Hello, Flatulent Gerbil here. Today I'm going to be talking about a mod that I created for Fallout 4. Unfortunately, to explain what this mod does, I will have to reveal a significant game spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled, please stop watching this video now. The name of this mod is Settlement Aid Program, or SAP for short. It has several features, but the primary one is helping identify synth spies in your settlements. The mod comes in two flavors, easy and hard. I'll be showing you the hard version, but I'll describe the differences between the two as I go along. All features of the mod are crafted at a chemistry station, which you can see in front of me here. Everything appears under the utility category. The primary functionality comes in the form of a holotape, which is listed here. The name has a space at the beginning so that it shows at the top of your inventory list for quick access. It has a few component requirements as well as rank 3 of the hacker perk. In the easy version of this mod, only 1 steel is required and there is no perk requirement. Once crafted, the holotape appears in the miscellaneous category of your inventory. I'll first show you the synth spy detector. Now, in the easy version of this mod, you would see a synth spy listed here in Sanctuary. With the hard version of this mod, there is one more requirement. Only in the hard version of this mod will you see the SSD network status. It shows you synth spy scanners that you've installed in your settlements. I have not crafted any, so I don't have any listed here. It's absent in all of my settlements. Back at the chemistry station, under utility, is the biometric synth scanner. Now, you won't see this in the easy version of the mod because it is not required. In the hard version, you need to craft one of these for each of the settlements that you want to be able to detect synth spies in. It has a few component requirements as well as rank 3 of the science perk. I'm only going to be crafting one for now. And that needs to be inserted into the workshop. Now, back inside the holotape, in the SSD network status, you can see that I have a scanner installed here in Sanctuary. Now, going back to the synth spy detector menu, you can see that I have a synth spy in Sanctuary. Now, you can see you can select it, but that doesn't show you anything new. So, there are a few different ways that you can go about trying to track down which of your settlers might be a synth spy. And I've explained a few of those methods in a previous video that I recorded. I did not have this mod when I recorded that video, and in version 0.3 of this mod, I added a new feature. Back at the chemistry station under utility are synth spy detector glasses. Here in the hard version, there are a few component requirements as well as rank 3 of the science perk. In the easy version of the mod, there is only 1 steel required. There is no perk requirement. Once crafted, those glasses will appear in the apparel section of my inventory, or your inventory. I've equipped those glasses to show you what those do. Now I'm looking at all of my settlers, and I've not been able to detect it. But I do have a rather suspicious settler hanging outside the settlement. As you can see, she is highlighted in red. This is due to the glasses that I'm wearing. It'll highlight any settlers that it detects as being a synth spy. If I were to talk to this settler and look inside her inventory, there's nothing out of the ordinary here. So it can be a little difficult to detect synth spies. However, on her corpse, you can see a synth component. That only gets added once they've died. So that's the evidence that this settler was a synth spy. Checking back in on my holotape, under synth spy detector, there's no longer a synth spy listed. So that settler that I just killed was my only synth spy. There are a couple of other menu options here. Impending attacks shows any quests that have started involving attacks on your settlements. As you can see here, I do have an impending attack by synths. That is one of two different kinds of quests that can be triggered by having a synth spy in one of your settlements. This quest is like others by attacks by other groups like raiders or super mutants, so nothing particularly special about it. The second type of quest that can pop up due to you having a synth spy in one of your settlements is a sabotage quest. In that quest, your synth spy, if it should remain alive, sabotages the stuff that you've built up in your settlement. That includes things like generators and water purifiers, even crops. That can be quite annoying and tedious to repair everything, even very costly. So the primary reason for this feature is to get a hint that that's about to happen and take care of it before it's a big problem. Now, one thing about this feature is it will show quests before they're actually visible in your quest journal. Those quests usually show up under miscellaneous. However, those only show up here after they reach a certain stage, and that's when a timer has run all the way down and you're no longer in the general area or cell in which that attack is to occur. The final feature, unassigned settlers, is not quite as useful or straightforward as it may seem, and the reason for that is provisioners, and provisioners are settlers that you've assigned to a supply line. Those count as unassigned settlers. Even though you've assigned them to a supply line, they count as unassigned settlers. So hopefully that can be fixed when GEC is released for Fallout 4. But as you can see, it lists the settlements where I have unassigned settlers. In Red Rocket Truck Stop, I at most have one settler that is assigned to a supply line, so that will be a persistent false positive in this case. You could have sort of a star setup where you've got one settlement that has all of your provisioners that reach out to all of your settlements, so that way you only have one false positive listed here. And that is pretty much it. There should be a link to download this mod in the description of this video, so check it out if you'd like to try it. Thanks for watching.